This is a 2008 Hummer Adventure Pack. Only options it came with is a sunroof, monsoon stereo, and the tow package and the adventure package. First thing I did was add the off-road lights to the windshield. It's a GM kit. It's so-so. I don't know, I get a lot of glare from it. I don't use it really often. Not long after that, I added a set of tires. This is my third set of tires on this truck. Currently these are 37 by 1250s on 17 by 9 American Eagles. The offset is minus 11 millimeter. Had the grill line X'd. It's a very hard, rigid type of coating and not the rubber type like you might find with Rhino. Had a BA winch on, or BA bumper and winch on here for a while. I didn't like winching underwater, and I didn't like wadding my winch line up inside it, so I came up with my own that used a external winch that you could get to, and that eventually turned into the THORparts bumper. Threw some Hella pencil beams on there. I rarely use those. This is basically your standard THORparts bumper with the exception that I have this welded onto it. If you buy a THORparts bumper now, this will come as an option and it bolts on and gets sandwiched in between here. I took the louver off of the hood because I thought it just looked ridiculous, so now I have this really attractive electrical tape patch which I think looks much better. Coming around the side here, I added some GM rock rails. I do have steps for this, although I rarely use them. I'm 6'2" and I don't have a problem getting in and out of it. THORparts rear bumper. Got the second D-ring on this. I'm still running a 35-inch spare, but I got plans to move that inside and upgrade to a 37. Bottle opener, in case you're wondering. Suspension mods are pretty heavy on this, probably worthy of a whole separate video, but I can give you a quick rundown. Solid axle. This is a Dana 44. You can see if I can get a better look here. Coil sprung. Uses low steer, tie rod position. Coil springs are from a second generation Bronco, and most of the brackets I made myself or bought through, Parts Mike or WFO, Ballistic Fab. There's a million places to get them. I'm using Fox shocks. I'm using frame plates here to reinforce it. Using Johnny joints on a 3-link. Custom front drive shaft. The brakes are stock H3 rotors and calipers that I have adapted along with the ABS sensors to fit the old Dana axle. Around here, the steering system is a Nissan Xterra box, also known as a Delphi box. Plugs onto the stock H3 coupler there with a little bit of creative grinding. This comes with a splined input, and the stock Hummer rack and pinion uses flats. So basically all you have to do is take this box, grind the flats on it so that you can plug the stock H3 intermediate shaft onto it with the pinch bolt. Using a stock H3 hydraulic pump, custom pitman arm, 1-ton drag link, all standard Jeep stuff, but this box here was really, I think, the best fitting box for this frame. I tried several before I settled on this one. So there is no ram assist on this, and it turns 37s just fine. I do plan to add those ram assist on my next axle swap. And this one has a Eaton electric locker inside of it, Warren lockout hubs, ABS sensors on the back of them. On the rear, I have a spring over, similar to, you know, what a lot of guys are doing. So there's your spring over. Nothing special there. I have a add-a-leaf that is put in right here. This is just an eBay, you know, $75 add-a-leaf for Colorados and Canyons. Fox shocks again, and then of course matching 513 gears. Stock differential. Some other exterior mods are the Snorkel that I put on back when I was sitting quite a bit lower, and I really had a need for a snorkel because several times I sucked water in the intake. Not a lot, but enough to make it stumble, and I was concerned I might end up bending some valves or something. So I bought the Snorkel as cheap insurance, and that's back when it was sitting down about right here, and it meant a lot more. Now that it's up here, I rarely have any sort of ingestion problem sitting this high. I have had this submerged. I have had water over the hood, door handles. Right about at this level, the H3 becomes buoyant and begins to float. And that's a real problem if there's current. So something you don't really think about that much, but that would be a nasty situation when your tires come off the floor of the river and you can no longer propel yourself out of trouble and you start to drift. That's a nightmare scenario.